Thank you for choosing our Patio Heat channel. I'm Steve. We provide tips and information to extend the enjoyment of your patio project. Our videos give you a knowledgeable overview prior to investing in your outdoor heating equipment. Whether you are a professional or owner-builder, we provide specific details for optimum heat coverage for your application. Post a comment or question, or for developed visual designs, send your request into designs@patioheat.com. We're here to work with you. For over 30 years, patio heating is the bedrock of our business, expressing what works best. Now let's get heating. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out this application. So first of all, we're going to go right into the dimensions. I have 25 feet from the outer edge to the outer edge here. I have 10 feet from the inside wall over here to the outside post over here. And then I have a ceiling height of 9 foot 9 inches. And let's go ahead and look at what I would put in here. Also, there is a flush mount, or excuse me, a screen-in section on the outer edge here. There will be a door. I think it swings out to the outer edge, but none of that should be an issue with this application. So let me go ahead and turn this off and look at what I would recommend. We have a seating area over here, barbecue area over here. There might be, you know, some casual seating over here, fireplace and TV set over here. So what I've done is I've placed two different flush mount units in the ceiling over here, and we could talk about how to finish it off here in just a minute. But this one here is a 6,000 watt unit, and this one here is a 5,200 watt unit. The 6,000 watt unit from the edge of the heater, not the flush mount, but the edge of the heater to the other edge is about 61 inches long. And from this one here, it's 48 inches long from the inside edge to the inside edge of the heater itself, not the flush mount. Let's go ahead and look at the distance that I have these. Now, obviously you would, use one or the other as a option. You wouldn't use a 6,000 and a 5,200, but you would use maybe two 5,200s or two 6,000s. And you can see I have them at 9 foot 8 inches apart from each other. And let's look at the footprint of heat. And the footprint of heat, you can see here, is really good for this entire application. We're really focused on heating up the area between the two heaters. And if I was to, take a measurement from, let's just say this is going to be an approximate measurement here. But if I was to take it from there to over here, which I'm not sure about the entire distance of what the fireplace might look like, nor do I know what the barbecue area would look like, but that's approximately 20 feet, which should be fine with this overall coverage. And it doesn't matter which unit you're going to have, they're both going to have enough coverage from left to right here for the application. And you can see here with the 6,000 watt unit, we're overlapping, so it's actually going a little bit further than what you really need. So that's why I kind of like the idea of the 5,200 watt unit. And then I want to go ahead and talk about one last thing, and that's the ceiling area. Now I'm assuming that, and I'm sorry, here I lost some of this. Let's see if I can grab it again. Let's go this route here, and yeah, unfortunately I lost this here. There is going to be some ceiling rafters up here, I imagine. It is going to be a flat ceiling, but there is a slope ceiling, or excuse me, a slope roof. So I'm imagining that this is going to look something like this. I have these at 16-inch center on center, but you can see with the 5,200 watt unit centered in the patio section from here to outside edge here, there should be no problem with that overall clearance to those ceiling joists. And I'm going to go ahead and just pull this over here. You can see I have that at 12 foot 5. Now it could be off slightly, but I also have this section over here at 9 foot 9. and hopefully that's gonna, be okay. So what we need is we need to make sure that we have a ceiling, or I should say a clearance area of a minimum of 8 inches from the ceiling, which this is going to be at the ceiling here, 8 inches from there to there. And as long as we have that 8 inches, this unit would work fine. I think this is actually the best unit, but the other portion of it is that if this unit doesn't fit within that span, because it's going to have to come out a little bit over to the left here, then that 6,000 watt unit will not work. But it's very close to being okay. Again, not knowing that, if we have that 8 inches of clearance from the ceiling, bottom edge of the ceiling, to the top of this 8-inch clearance area, then we'll have a issue with that. So let's go ahead and turn that top back on here and see one last thing that I mentioned, and that is the way that you can finish off the flush mount with the ceiling itself. So if you were to attach these to the ceiling joists themselves, which is the proper way of doing it, I'm going to turn this off for a minute, and then we're to pull the ceiling, or I should say bring the ceiling down towards, so that the ceiling is actually on top of the flush mount kit itself. Let's just say this is a stucco ceiling, then you can come within 1/2 inch of these vent holes for the heater itself. So from here to here could be 1/2 inch. If this is a wooden ceiling, then you can do the same thing, come within 1/2 inch of around all 4 sides up to the combustible wooden ceiling, let's say tongue and groove or something of that nature. But you want to make sure that you bring the heater itself down to that same elevation of whatever that ceiling, combustible ceiling is. So that you can see there's little brackets. I didn't pull those down, but these brackets here support the heater, and then you want to make sure the heater is at the same elevation as the ceiling, any combustible ceiling itself. So all right, I think that's about it. I'm hoping that this would actually work. I'm sure there are ceiling joists that come across this way as well, but in any case, this is kind of where I would put it. Now if you needed to move these heaters based on the true location of the ceiling joists themselves, then I would probably go in towards the center more than out towards the outer edge, unless the focus point is going to be heating up 2 separate areas, one on the right, one on the left. But this way you get a nice complete coverage this way, and I'm trying to provide about a foot of overlapping rays here too, so that even though you receive heat right here, and you can see that there's no heat coming down right here in the middle, that's actually not true. This is infrared light wave. Infrared light wave, they bend and stretch as they travel. This is the footprint that the manufacturer states is the best footprint for location, but you do have light waves that come off of both units a little bit further. So this would actually be just as comfortable here as it would be over here, because you have overlapping rays. So another thing is that, just so you know, that this is infrared light, and infrared light is just like the sun. So if you were sitting or standing over here and it's a 65-degree day, you won't feel the light of the sun. That feels warm. But if you stood right over here in the sunlight itself, then you will feel that temperature much better from the sunlight itself. But the air temperatures does not change whatsoever. So that's the same way that this works here. These are infrared light waves. Infrared light waves heat mass, tables, chairs, floors, and the human body. It does not heat the air itself. So the air is just going to dissipate into the atmosphere very quickly, anything that is warm within that space. All right, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plan, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, we're not monetized. YouTube will not support us unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers. We truly appreciate that. Thank you very much. Have an excellent day.